This is Data Jockey, machine learning for Victorian racing. Race 9, Bendigo, Sunday 5 July 2026. All right, let us get straight into it. Quick summary first for Race 9 at Bendigo, then I will dig into the why. 2 selections today. Charming Deal is the top pick, the model's place selection. Omnic comes in as the second leg, the top 4 selection in the same race multi, not a place selection on its own. That is the short version. Charming Deal for the place, the multi combining both if you want the longer odds option. Stick with me though, because there is a genuinely interesting read on this race underneath those 2 selections. Race 9 at Bendigo, 12 runners, and the top 3 pay a place dividend today. Now straight up, the model is sending a clear signal on this race. The top selection is not the market favorite. The model sees value the market is underpricing. That is exactly the scenario this model was designed to identify, where the data and the market are pointing in different directions. 2 selections from the model today. Place selection on pick 1, same race multi also available combining both selections. Worth saying again, not every race gets a tip. The model only fires when it genuinely sees value. No quota to fill, no pick just for the sake of it. Today it sees something real. Let us get into them. Before the picks, here is the short version of how this works, because it sets this channel apart from most tipping content out there. Every selection comes from a machine learning model trained on Victorian racing results, and it does not stop learning. Every race meeting feeds back into it, sharpening it over time. The key difference from almost everything else in this space, most models and most tipsters are chasing the winner. This one was built to chase something else entirely. Place finishers. Horses that land in the top positions and pay a place dividend. That is a fundamentally different target, and it changes everything about how the model is built. It is simultaneously weighing dozens of variables across the full field: pace, distance, field composition, historical form, how each horse matches up against today's rivals specifically, all at once, in ways that are genuinely hard to replicate manually. Want the deeper methodology? It is linked in the description below. For now though, Race 9 is on the table and the model has a clear view on it. Let us get into the picks. Let us start with pick 1 for Race 9. Charming Deal, the model's top selection, currently second in the market. Not the favorite, nowhere near the headline of the betting market, just sitting at a price the model believes is significantly off. That is the whole story right there. A gap between what the market thinks and what the data is showing, and that gap is precisely what this model is built to find. Here is something worth being upfront about, because I think it builds trust rather than costing it. I cannot point to one tidy reason the model has landed on Charming Deal. That is not how it operates. It is not running on a single insight like track preference or distance record, the kind of single-factor reasoning that most form analysis relies on. Instead, it is working through dozens of variables at the same time. Track conditions, distance, field size, who else is in this race, historical patterns drawn from thousands of past Victorian races. All of it considered together, picking up on relationships a person scanning a form guide would simply never catch. That is the whole point of building it this way. If it could be boiled down to one sentence, there would be no need for a model at all. What matters is this. The market has Charming Deal sitting at second in the market. The model has it ranked first for Race 9. That difference is where the value sits, and finding exactly that kind of gap is what this model exists to do. It was built specifically around place finishers, not winners, so when it puts a horse at the top, it is saying this horse matches the pattern of horses that have historically finished in the places. A different way of looking at the problem entirely. Charming Deal for the place. Top 3 finish in a 12-runner field. That is the model's read on Race 9. For entertainment purposes only, please make your own informed decision before placing any bet. Pick 2 falls to Omnic, the market favorite, though this scenario reads differently to the usual vulnerable favorite setup. There is no red flag on Omnic here. The model is not calling for it to get beaten. What it is saying instead is that Omnic fits the top 4 reasonably well, just not strongly enough to match pick 1's place finisher rating. So it sits in the same race multi as the second leg rather than as a standalone place selection. Useful way to picture it, Charming Deal holds the model's strongest place finisher red for this race, while Omnic is a legitimate contender, the favorite for reason, and the model agrees it belongs in the first four. The same race multi is built exactly for this, Charming Deal finishing top 3, Omnic finishing in the top 4. The model is not fading the favorite in this case. It is simply rating pick one higher, with the favorite contributing real value as the multi's second leg. Here is the same race multi for race 9, Charming Deal finishing top 3, Omnic finishing in the top 4. Check with your wagering provider on availability for this market. Before going further, worth being precise about something, since these two bet types get mixed up easily. They are not the same kind of bet, and they do not carry the same odds of landing. Charming Deal as a standalone place selection is the higher probability option. The model has stronger confidence there. The return is smaller, but the chance of it landing is greater, and that is the model's primary read on race 9. The same race multi is the longer odds path. Both legs need to come in, Charming Deal in top 3 and Omnic in the top 4, which makes it less likely overall than the place bet by itself, but the payoff if it lands is meaningfully larger. Neither is compulsory. The place selection on Charming Deal carries the model's strongest signal. The multi exists for those interested in the higher risk, higher reward option. Whichever you go with, understand clearly what each bet actually requires. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please make your own informed decision. For anyone following the full card, every race gets its own video, and they are all in the playlist Live before race 1. Worth a look through the other races to see what else the model has flagged today. A place multi combining several selections is something some punters build themselves. Check with your wagering provider on how that is structured. Make sure any decision you make is your own, fully informed. Important reminder too, always check for scratchings before placing anything, since they can change a race entirely on the day. The model's place selection for race 9 is Charming Deal. The full card is waiting in the playlist. If you are not subscribed yet, this channel covers every Victorian meeting, every race day, and every selection comes at no cost. Nothing locked behind a paywall here. Race 9 at Bendigo, all wrapped up. The headline Charming Deal for the place, and Charming Deal top 3 with Omnic top 4 as the same race multi if the longer odds option appeals to you. Every selection gets tracked publicly, with results posted weekly, no exceptions and no cherry-picking, win streaks or losing runs alike. That is the only honest way to judge this model over time, and it is on you to make that call. For entertainment purposes only, as always, please make your own informed decisions and gamble responsibly. See you next race.